Confused about how many nuts you should include in your daily diet as a diabetic? Nuts are packed with nutrients and can be both beneficial and tricky to manage. Understanding the right amount can help in balancing your blood sugar levels effectively. This video will guide you on the ideal nut intake for diabetics to support your health. Top 5 recommended daily nut intake for diabetics. Number 1, walnuts. First up, let's talk about walnuts. Walnuts are truly a nutritional marvel, and they're particularly beneficial for individuals managing diabetes. They're rich in alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid. Plus, they've got a good supply of fiber, protein, antioxidants like ellagic acid, and essential minerals such as magnesium and phosphorus. It's this unique combination that really contributes significantly to their health-promoting properties. Now, for diabetics, the specific benefits of walnuts are really noteworthy. Their ALA content and antioxidants help combat inflammation, which, as you may know, is a common issue in diabetes. Studies actually suggest that walnuts can improve endothelial function. That's crucial for blood vessel health. And they may even help reduce the risk of cardiovascular complications often associated with diabetes. And what's more, their fiber and healthy fat content can really aid in better blood sugar management by slowing down how quickly glucose is absorbed. So, how many should you eat? Well, research indicates that an optimal serving size of walnuts to get these benefits is about 1 ounce. That translates to roughly 28 to 30 grams, or about 7 whole-shelled walnuts. That's 14 halves. Several studies have used this serving size and have shown improvements in cholesterol levels, insulin sensitivity, and other metabolic markers in people with type 2 diabetes or those at risk for it. Consuming this amount regularly seems to strike a really good balance between nutrient intake and calorie control. And the good news is, incorporating walnuts into your daily diet can be both simple and delicious. You can sprinkle chopped walnuts over your morning oatmeal or yogurt for that added crunch and nutrients. They also make an excellent addition to salads, giving them a satisfying texture and those healthy fats. Or you could blend them into smoothies for a creamy boost, or just enjoy a handful as a standalone snack to curb that midday hunger. If you're looking for a savory twist, try adding crushed walnuts as a coating for baked fish or chicken. Or you could incorporate them into homemade pesto as a substitute for pine nuts. Ground walnuts can also be used in moderation as a partial flour substitute in baking for some added nutrition. Just remember, it's best to opt for plain, unsalted walnuts to avoid any unnecessary sodium. Number 2, almonds. All right, moving on to number 2, almonds. Almonds really stand out as another excellent choice for individuals navigating diabetes, mostly because of their impressive advantages for blood sugar and lipid management. They're a fantastic source of monounsaturated fats, dietary fiber, protein, vitamin E, which is a potent antioxidant, and magnesium, a mineral that's crucial for glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. You see, the fiber and healthy fat content in almonds contribute to a lower glycemic index. This means they cause a slower, more gradual rise in blood sugar levels after you eat them. Magnesium plays a direct role in how your body uses insulin, and getting enough of it is linked to a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. What's more, regular almond consumption has been shown to favorably impact cholesterol levels by reducing LDL, often called the bad cholesterol, and improving the overall lipid profile, which is so vital for heart health and diabetics. So, what's an ideal portion size for almonds? Well, similar to walnuts, it's generally considered to be 1 ounce, which is about 28 to 30 grams, or roughly 23 whole almonds. Eating this amount daily, or even several times a week, can contribute to better metabolic health without significantly increasing your caloric intake, as long as it's part of a balanced diet. Consistency really is key here, and incorporating this portion into your routine allows for those sustained benefits. And just like walnuts, almonds are incredibly versatile, which makes them easy to include as snacks or in various recipes. A handful of raw or dry roasted almonds serves as a convenient and filling snack that helps stabilize blood sugar between meals. You can also add sliced or slivered almonds to cereals, yogurt, or fruit salads for that extra texture and nutrition. Another great idea is to use almond flour in baking as a gluten-free, low-carb alternative to traditional flours. Or, you could blend almond butter into your smoothies. Think about tossing whole almonds into stir-fries or using them as a crunchy topping for steamed vegetables. And again, remember that choosing unsalted and unflavored varieties will help you manage your sodium intake and avoid those added sugars. Number 3, pistachios. Next on our list, at number 3, we have pistachios. Pistachios offer some really compelling benefits for individuals with diabetes, particularly when it comes to glucose control and cardiovascular health. They're a good source of protein, fiber, healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, and antioxidants like lutein, zeaxanthin, and gamma-tocopherol. It's their unique nutrient profile that contributes to these positive effects on metabolic health. There's good evidence suggesting that pistachios can improve glycemic control. Some studies have actually shown that eating pistachios can lead to lower blood glucose levels after meals and improved insulin sensitivity. Their fiber and protein content likely play a big role here by slowing down digestion and glucose absorption, which helps prevent those sharp spikes in blood sugar. And from a cardiovascular standpoint, pistachios have been linked to improvements in heart health markers. Regular consumption may help lower that LDL or bad cholesterol, improve blood pressure, and enhance endothelial function. All of these are crucial for reducing the risk of heart disease, which, as we know, is a common complication of diabetes. So, what's the recommended daily intake for pistachios? It's typically around 1 to 1.5 ounces. That's about 28 to 42 grams, or roughly 49 to 75 kernels. This portion gives you a good dose of nutrients without excessive calories. An interesting tip: choosing in-shell pistachios can actually promote mindful eating, because the process of shelling them can slow you down and increase satiety. As always, opt for unsalted varieties to keep that sodium intake in check. Pistachios can be enjoyed as a snack, added to salads, or even ground into a crust for fish or chicken. Number 4, mixed nuts. Coming in at number 4, let's talk about mixed nuts. Incorporating a variety of nuts into your diet can offer broader nutritional advantages than just relying on a single type. Different nuts boast their own unique profiles of vitamins, minerals, fatty acids, and antioxidants. For example, while walnuts are high in those ALA omega-3s we talked about, almonds are rich in vitamin E, and Brazil nuts are an excellent source of selenium. So, having a mix ensures you're getting a wider spectrum of all these beneficial compounds. It's interesting that clinical studies investigating the effects of nuts on diabetes often use servings of mixed nuts, typically ranging from 1 to 2 ounces a day. That's about 28 to 57 grams. And these studies have demonstrated some really positive outcomes. We're talking improvements in glycemic control, better lipid profiles, meaning lower LDL cholesterol and higher HDL cholesterol, and reductions in markers of inflammation and oxidative stress. It's likely the synergistic effect of various nutrients from these different nuts that contributes to such comprehensive benefits. Now, when you're consuming mixed nuts, It's really best to practice mindful portioning to manage that calorie intake. A standard serving is generally about 1 ounce, which is roughly a handful. Try to opt for mixes that are unsalted and either unroasted or dry roasted. This way, you avoid added oils, sugars, and sodium. A great idea is to create your own mix by combining your favorite raw or dry roasted nuts. This ensures a diverse intake of nutrients and allows for flexibility, catering to your personal preferences while still maximizing those health benefits. Number 5, peanuts and other nuts. And finally, at number 5, let's discuss peanuts and other nuts. Now, while peanuts are botanically legumes, they actually share a nutritional profile and health benefits that are very similar to tree nuts, making them a good option for diabetics. They're rich in protein, healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats, fiber, biotin, and resveratrol. Plus, peanuts have a low glycemic index and can help manage blood sugar levels and improve heart health. And then you have other tree nuts, like pecans, Brazil nuts, cashews, and hazelnuts, and each of these offers unique benefits. For instance, pecans are packed with antioxidants. Brazil nuts are exceptionally high in selenium. In fact, you usually only need 1 or 2 per day, and cashews provide good amounts of magnesium. Now, despite all these wonderful benefits, it's important to remember that nuts are calorie-dense. So the question of how much is too much is certainly a valid concern. Overconsumption can lead to weight gain, which could potentially counteract some of those metabolic advantages. A good general guideline is to stick to about 1 ounce, that's 28 to 30 grams per day, as part of a balanced diet. This portion allows you to get those valuable nutrients without overloading on calories. And when you're choosing your nuts, remember that the healthiest options are raw or dry roasted, unsalted, and uncoated varieties. It's best to avoid nuts that are candied, chocolate covered, or heavily salted, as these just add unnecessary sugars, unhealthy fats, and sodium. These can be quite detrimental for diabetes management and your overall health. So, always make sure to read labels carefully. That can really help you make the best choices. Key nutritional benefits of nuts for diabetics. So let's dive a bit deeper into the key nutritional benefits of nuts for diabetics. First off, nuts are just a treasure trove of healthy fats. We're talking primarily monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. These fats are absolutely crucial for heart health, as they help to lower those bad LDL cholesterol levels and reduce the risk of cardiovascular diseases, which, as we know, are common concerns for individuals with diabetes. Dietary fiber is another really significant component of nuts. Fiber is wonderful because it aids in slowing down the digestion and absorption of carbohydrates. This, in turn, helps to stabilize blood sugar levels and prevent those sharp spikes after meals. Plus, fiber promotes feelings of fullness, which can really assist with weight management. Then there's protein, which is also abundant in nuts. Protein contributes to satiety, that feeling of fullness, which helps to control appetite and can reduce overall calorie intake. For diabetics, maintaining a healthy weight is absolutely paramount, and the protein in nuts supports this goal. It's also essential for muscle repair and maintenance. And we can't forget that nuts are packed with essential vitamins and minerals. For example, magnesium, which is found plentifully in nuts like almonds and cashews, plays a vital role in glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. Vitamin E, an antioxidant that's prevalent in almonds and hazelnuts, helps to protect your cells from damage. And nuts also contain other important micronutrients like potassium, folate, and various other antioxidants. When you look at the combined effect of these healthy fats, fiber, and protein in nuts, it really has a positive impact on satiety. Eating nuts can help you feel fuller for longer, and that reduces the likelihood of overeating or reaching for less healthy snacks. This sustained energy release is also very beneficial for managing blood sugar levels. Furthermore, many nuts possess anti-inflammatory properties and can help improve insulin sensitivity. You see, chronic inflammation is often associated with diabetes and its complications. The good news is that the nutrients in nuts, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, like the ones we find in walnuts, and antioxidants, help to combat this inflammation. At the same time, minerals like magnesium contribute to better insulin action. Why portion control matters. Now, it's really important to talk about why portion control matters when it comes to nuts. Nuts are undeniably nutritious, but they are also high in calories, mainly because of their rich fat content. And while these are predominantly healthy fats, consuming them in large quantities can easily lead to an excess calorie intake, which of course may result in weight gain. For individuals managing diabetes, maintaining a healthy weight is absolutely crucial for blood sugar control and for reducing the risk of complications. So, what's the magic number? Well, the generally recommended standard serving size for nuts is about 1 ounce. That's approximately 28 to 30 grams, or what you might consider a small handful. This portion provides a good balance of nutrients without overloading you on calories. Sometimes visual cues can be helpful. For instance, 1 ounce of almonds is about 23 nuts, while for walnuts, it's around 14 halves, or 7 whole nuts. And to really maximize those health benefits and minimize any potential downsides, it's vital to choose the right kind of nuts. Always try to opt for unsalted and uncoated varieties whenever possible. You'll find that many commercially available nuts are heavily salted or coated in sugar, chocolate, or other flavorings. These can add significant amounts of sodium, unhealthy fats, and empty calories, which can unfortunately negate their inherent health benefits, especially for diabetics. Potential risks and considerations. Of course, with any food, there can be potential risks and considerations, and nuts are no exception. Nut allergies are among the most common food allergies, and they can cause severe reactions. So, if you have a known nut allergy, it's absolutely crucial to avoid all nuts and any products that might contain them. Even if you're not allergic, some individuals may experience digestive discomfort or other sensitivities to certain types of nuts, so it's always a good idea to pay attention to how your body responds. It's also worth noting that certain nuts may interact with medications. For instance, nuts that are high in vitamin K, like pine nuts and sometimes pistachios, could potentially interfere with blood-thinning medications such as warfarin, especially if they're consumed in very large and inconsistent amounts. Also, individuals with kidney disease might need to be mindful of nuts that are high in phosphorus or potassium. It's really important to discuss any of these potential interactions with your doctor or a registered dietitian. And while these general guidelines are certainly helpful, remember that dietary needs can vary quite significantly based on an individual's overall health status, their specific type of diabetes, any medications they're taking, their activity level, and other health conditions they might have. Because of this, personalized dietary advice from a healthcare professional, like a doctor or a registered dietitian who specializes in diabetes management, is always recommended. This will ensure that your nut consumption aligns perfectly with your specific health needs and your overall treatment plan. So, to wrap things up, incorporating a moderate daily serving of nuts can be a really valuable strategy when it comes to managing diabetes. The evidence strongly supports their role in improving glycemic control and promoting heart health. By adhering to those recommended serving sizes, which is typically around 1 ounce, you can ensure you reap the benefits without taking on excess calories. And as always, please do consult your healthcare team for personalized dietary advice. And finally, we'd love to hear from you. We encourage you to share your own experiences with nuts and diabetes management in the comments below. If you're looking for more nutrition tips, do consider subscribing. And please share this information with friends and family who might find these healthy eating strategies beneficial.